back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Voyager class Dirge, a G1 character that appeared in almost a lot of the G1 Season 1 and 2 of the Transformers series. And I'm so glad to get this guy in the collection and build up on my Decepticon G1 collection. Now, this review is going to be about, we're going to take a look at the figure, his packaging, articulation, details, comparisons, so on and so forth, and finally transform him. So let's get started with his details. So bringing in this cone head here for a quick look. Right here we can see that he is jam-packed with a lot of detail. We can see that we have some nice sculpt work around this region. Probably the same sculpt work that we got for the Studio Series Starscream, Earthrise, Starscream Skywarp, and the other Seekers. So basically the mold on the chest region and the arms are basically the same for almost every Seeker that you will purchase from Hasbro. But I did really like that this Seeker has a unique face design where he does have an open mouth, as in if he got shot or something. But we can see that his mouth is open. From far you can't really tell, but once you pay really close attention you can. But that is also because that his box has that picture on him. If we take a look at the waist section right here, we can see some nice detailing, some nice sculpt work. I'm pretty sure these legs are a bit different from the legs that we got with Starscream. I'm gonna have to check that out later in the comparisons. Right here we can see some nice detailing. The Decepticon logo right here. Decepticon logo is visible here mostly due to the airplane mode, and we can see the nose cone, and we can see some details on the top. Mostly we'll pay attention to that in airplane mode. He does come with two accessories, being those generic Seeker Blaster accessories. I did make this guy look short, I don't know why. He does have those generic Seeker Blaster accessories right there, and it's the same sculpt that we got from Starscream and many other Seekers. So yeah, you're gonna be paying around $30 for a nice generic Seeker in your collection. Now let's see how this guy scales with other Transformers. I brought in his semi-multimate Starscream here. Right here we can see that he does have the same arms and upper torso, whereas the legs are a complete different sculpt. Same engineering, but they are a different sculpt. We can see that Starscream's legs do in fact look a bit more bulkier, and then the legs on thrust do in fact look a bit skinnier. We can see that on the top part of the legs right here, we can see some nice metallic black detailing, whereas here for Starscream we got silver detailing right here. For the front piece, as said earlier, how they are like near enough the same sculpt. I did notice that the chest region for the Seekers, for the the Conehead Seekers, the chest region is a bit smaller, while this one is more squared for Starscream Seekers. So yeah, there is some tiny little differences and tiny little details that we do miss on these figures. So I'm really glad I got this guy in the collection. We can see next to Starscream. I can't wait to get the other Seekers and mass army build them and have a complete Seeker collection. Here I brought in our Kingdom / Legacy Leader Class Galvatron and our Leader Class Legacy Evolution, or regular Legacy, however you prefer, Blitzwing. So I brought in these Leader Class figures just to give you a little glimpse at how tall this Seeker actually is. We can see that he is smaller than Galvatron, so yeah, he is way taller than Galvatron. And we can see for our other guy right here, Blitzwing, he is smaller than Blitzwing, not all the way, but since Blitzwing was a small leader, we can see why this is acceptable for a Voyager / leader scale. Here we have our Voyager classes right here, our tall Voyager class Cyclonus and our Studio Series Voyager class Soundwave. Here basically some go-to Voyager comparisons. Here we have Optimus Prime and Ironhead next to Dirge. For articulation wise on this figure, we have a swivel joint right here, we have a hinge joint right here, bicep rotation right here, past 90-degree bend right there. I'm pretty sure it's due to transformation. Unfortunately, no wrist rotation. Such a shame. I would have added that if I created these figures. I mean, it's not that hard just to add wrist rotation. It's honestly not that hard. They could just add a mushroom peg or something. Right here, he could do the splits, about kick about frontwards as far and back to that far, but I'm pretty sure due to this, it's probably limiting his range of motion. Because of that, he does have around 90-degree bend at the knee, but due to transformation, he does have some limitations right there as well. He has an ankle rocker joint, and he can move his toes, but mostly for transformation. And for the head, it is on a ball joint, so it could look up, down, tilt side to side very slightly, look left to right, and basically he does have a waist joint, or no, he doesn't have a waist joint. He has these thigh joints right here, so he can't really rotate his waist much, but you can pose him with moving these legs around. So yeah, that is the articulation. Now let's take a look at the packaging. So here we have his packaging, and right here we can see that it has a lot of nice artwork right here. So let's start off on the front of the packaging. Right here we get a nice image of Dirge in his jet form. We can see even that it is molded off of the toy and not its own CGI, which is really cool. But I'll tell you why in just a bit. It's because of this and when we transform it. Right here, as I said earlier, why Dirge is sculpted with an open mouth is because of this CG art where he does have an open mouth. I say it's unique, but at the same time, it does give kind of like, I don't want to see him with an open mouth all the time vibe. Right here we get some nice product shots of Dirge in his robot form and his jet form. I really do like these product shots. I feel like they do look slightly better than the figure itself, but the figure has a lot of detail jam-packed, so I really do like that. Transformer in 23 steps, from robot to jet, Transformers more than meets the eye. And right here we get the Decepticon side of the, or however you want to say it. I want to say Decepticon because we see the Nemesis ship right there, but we see this side of the, yeah, I'm saying Decepticon because of the Insecticons right there. But this side of the Legacy artwork, which was incredible. I'm not kidding. These Legacy artwork figures, these Legacy figures, their artwork is incredible. I'm just saying that this new Legacy wave coming soon, United, actually, I have high hopes for it, but at the same time, I don't. And we're back in the front. And right here on the top, we have Legacy Evolution. And if you can, pause the video so you could scan that QR code right there. I'll leave it on, so that you can scan and look into the bio of this figure, and right here is just the barcode and stuff. So basically, now that we got that covered, now let's see how to transform him. And his transform couldn't be any simpler than Starscream. So if you haven't done so already, I recommend taking off these accessories right here. Toss them to the side. Then after that, you are again gonna straighten the figure out. I recommend moving the wrists like so. You're going to open them up similar to Starscream's, and then they're going to close in on the arm like so with the wrist like that. Do the same process on this side. They open up right here and then close, and then they fold like that. Now that we have that done, I recommend getting the nose cone piece and then covering Dirge's head with it. I mean, honestly, just cover it. Or you can't just yet. Okay, you're then gonna unattach this whole region right here, deattach this right here. You're gonna flip this over, make sure that clicks right there. You can already see how this already formed. So then after that, you're gonna push in these joints right here. After that, you are then going to push this piece in right there. This thing did collapse, I'm not so sure why. You're going to push that in right there. Then after that, you're going to unhook these knee pads right here. Push the legs inside all the way. Then you're going to make sure this skirt flap is flipped open if you are closed. It doesn't matter. Just make sure it's flipped closed, so that you are then going to connect these two legs together like that. And then you are then going to shimmy them in there. Then you're going to close these feet panels right here. Close this, close that, straighten this out, straighten that out, and then just some finishing touches. Add the weapon accessories any way you want. You could put them on the side, you could put them right here. I'm gonna put them right here as shown in the box art, I believe. And bam, there we go. Here is Dirge in his jet form, and I could not brag any more about this figure. It looks really great in his jet form. We can see a lot of detail, the Decepticon logo, the guns that show up right here. And then, like I said, the box art was based off the figure, not in art, because we can see this part visible on the box itself. So yeah, we can see some nice details, the little 5mm port, nothing too crazy. I do like all of this paintwork that we see right here. Even these little arrows that are visible in both forms. So yeah, even the cockpit is really nicely detailed. Now I will show you the comparison between Starscream and Dirge. So here we have Starscream for a quick comparison. We can see that there is a big design difference between the two Seekers. We can see Starscream does have the wings facing up. He's more like a fighter jet, and this one is more like of a plain flat jet. I mean, honestly, design-wise, I prefer Starscream's molds more than Dirge's mold. Honestly, because it just looks better. But like not to take any glory away from this figure's sculpt work was actually pretty well. This is my first time picking up a Conehead, and I'm pretty sure that all of them are like this, and they all have something packed into them. I really did like that tiny little detail on the face, which was amazing. I'm not so sure if all Coneheads are gonna be like that, or if it was just this figure in specific. Either way, it is cool. Here we have Starscream here again. We can see that the wings for Starscream are mostly spread out, and the wings are for Dirge are on the back. I'm not so sure why this piece just popped off. Not so sure why. Skill issue with this figure, but we can see that there is a lot of difference between these two figures. Some final thoughts for Transformers Legacy Voyager class Dirge. I'd say that this figure is a pickup. If you're looking forward to building your Decepticon G1 collection, I'd say pick him up. He was a very important character in the G1 franchise, and he was present throughout all of season 1, 2, and I believe he stopped appearing after Transformers the movie. I believe they killed him off in that film, but I'm pretty sure that this figure is going to look really well with your other Seekers, your other Decepticons, and will even look good fighting against the Autobots. So I do recommend buying this figure. You could get him at Target for around like 30 something bucks, and yeah, pick him up. Some things I did notice about this figure: the articulation is kind of minimal. There's no wrist articulation, kind of a missed opportunity. If I designed this figure, I would have probably added wrist articulation. So, but yeah, other than that, it's pretty good. The detail's good, the paint is good. The face sculpt looks good, but sometimes I'm just like, I stare at it and then I'm like, I really wish they would have given us a regular face sometimes. But it looks good. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say I'd give this figure an 8. It's just like, there's probably some things here and there that I want to mention, but I don't know how to mention it, that that throw me off on this figure a little bit. But other than that, it's pretty good. So, thank you for watching. I recommend this figure. Please subscribe, leave a comment, and until my next review, I will see you then. Thank you for watching.